Hello, my name is Jessica Iddings and I'm from Washington State. Today I'm so honored to be with you and be able to talk about immune and respiratory support. When my son was born, he was born with a really rare skin condition, and with that came a lot of different sensitivities to different chemicals. We were very helpless at that time, feeling like we didn't have a lot of natural options to be able to support his body when those threats started to come. So about 5 years ago, a friend introduced us to the oils, and it has forever changed our life. We are so grateful to have these little oils that are able to support his body in a natural way. Before the oils, we spent many nights with him and having just a really hard time getting full breaths of air. And so when we have an oil that can actually support his bronchioles, support his immune system, it really changes how his body can respond. So today I'm actually going to talk to you about some of those oils that have forever become my best friends with helping my son in a natural way. When we start thinking about immune support, respiratory support, some of those oils are a great combination that you can use together that do both, and some I like to pull in to be an added support for his little system. One of my favorite oils is arbor vitae. It is known as the tree of life. It's concentrated in tropanoles, which are a group of chemical compounds that protect against environmental threats. I love this oil to be of an amazing support for his entire body. So I like to diffuse it, I like to combine it with Breathe and an extra drop of cardamom, apply over his chest. I also love diluting it and applying down the spine, which is a powerful way to be able to apply our oils on our little children. Another product that I'm just in love with is the new PB Assist Junior, which is a great probiotic for our children. 80% of our immune system is actually in our gut, and so it's super important that we have the vital support in our stomach, right? We want to make sure that we have a natural support system that can help. With the PB Assist Junior, it's microencapsulated to make sure that it doesn't actually start dissolving within that stomach acid, but only starts dissolving when it gets to the lower intestine, where it's vital that we have that microflora to be of a support system for our entire immune system. The next oil I'm going to talk about is cardamom. Cardamom is known as a great cooking spice. It's known as amazing for our digestive system, but a lot of people don't recognize its properties for being an amazing respiratory support also. Cardamom has 1,8-cineol. What that does is it actually decreases the mucus within the body, so it is allowing clearer breathing to keep our respiratory system functioning at an optimal level. One way I like to think about it is a car, right? If you have a flat tire, it doesn't allow your car to go at maximum speed, right? Well, with the cardamom, it's actually allowing to decrease some of that mucus within our body so that our bronchioles can function at optimal levels. So with the cardamom, even though we have the cardamom in our Breathe blend, I still like to add an extra drop. So I put a little drop of the Breathe, an extra drop of the cardamom, I apply over his chest, and then of course I put it in the diffuser. There's something powerful about a diffuser because it's opening up those airways as they sleep, giving them the right support to get that restful night's sleep. Another one of my go-to oils is cinnamon. This is just really, for me, the rock star of immune support oils. I use this every single day. I love the taste of it, I love the smell of it, and I love the warming sensation that it gives. Because it is a warm oil, it is very important that we dilute when we're applying to our children. I like to put a drop of the fractionated coconut oil and then a drop of the cinnamon and apply to the bottom of the feet. It's going to be that immune support that your body needs, but also keeps those airways open too. So when our body is functioning at its optimal levels, it seems to keep all of our immune system, our respiratory system, our digestive system in check. The next oil I'm going to talk about is helichrysum. Helichrysum is an amazing support for our sinuses. A lot of times we don't think of helichrysum with respiratory or with sinuses. We think of it with immune, we think of it with little bumps and bruises, but we don't think of it for sinuses. But it actually can help support sinus drainage. It's great for respiratory threats. It's going to decrease swelling of the sinuses. It's amazing for relieving that sinus pressure also. So use this over the bridge of your nose. You can still diffuse this one, apply it over the chest, but whatever you do, don't doubt how powerful this little oil is for your respiratory and sinus issues. The last two oils I'm going to talk about together is thyme and rosemary. These are just a powerful duo to really help support that respiratory system. Not only does thyme a great immune support, but it really helps with our respiratory system. It's great for circulation, which means letting go, right? And that's something that we really want to focus on when we're talking about anything with the bronchioles, is just increasing that awareness to let go of anything that may be causing issues within that area. So thyme by itself decreases mucus within the body and really opens up those bronchioles. But then when you add in rosemary, just like cardamom, it has that cineol compound in it. So of course it's going to be a great support to help decrease that mucus within the body, open up your airways, and be able to help promote clearer breathing. Now, how I like to use this combo is a little different than other oils. So yes, it's great to diffuse, and yes, we can apply it over the chest, but I actually like to put it on the reflex point on the big toe. So right at the base of the big toe, you have your bronchial reflex point. So I apply those oils layered over that area, and I find that almost within minutes, you can even sense just clearer breathing within your body and really opens up your airways to be able to take that full breath that we all need. Breathe is another great respiratory support oil. Now this has cardamom in it that we shared about today, but it also has peppermint, has eucalyptus, which is amazing for opening up those airways. One of my favorite ways to use Breathe is to actually put a drop in your hand, rub your hands together, cup them, and just take a deep breath. You can feel it just really moving through those bronchioles, opening them up, letting you have a fresh breath of air. The other way is also through your nose, where you just simply breathe through your nose and it opens up those sinuses. It can start clearing drainage and just open up your world to whole new possibilities. I love any time that I feel a little run down. This is one of my oils that I go to. It also really promotes awareness, right? So it helps us just stay awake. So don't forget how powerful these oils are. Sometimes we just need a little drop in our hands and just taking that experience of spelling them, opening up those airways, lifting our moods. But sometimes we need that topical application where we can take the oil, we can rub it over our chest, we can rub it on the bottom of our feet, and then of course diffusing them, which is just one of my favorite ways too, because there's nothing better than walking into a home and smelling the aroma of any citrus oils or of Breathe or of Holiday Joy, whatever it is that is your go-to oil, diffuse it. Now oftentimes people say, how often should I be applying these oils? What does that look like for me and my family? So let's talk about that for a couple minutes. So when you think about a child is a smaller little body than us as adults. So remember that less is more when we're using these oils. You may only need 1 to 2 drops. And of course with children, I always recommend that we dilute it. With adults, most of us, we have such thick skin that we're okay without diluting it. But of course, if you have any sensitivities, please always use caution and dilute whenever you're applying to your chest. Now we talk about the bottom of the feet because it's a great way to get it into your bloodstream and really throughout your entire body. When we are fighting any of those threats, we should be applying these oils a little more often than normal. So because these oils work on a cellular level, they actually metabolize within our bodies between 2 and 4 hours. So with a child, they metabolize between 2 and 3, and for an adult, between 3 and 4 hours. It is very important that we are consistent with our oils. So whenever we start to feel run down, we start to feel those threats within our body, it is important that we apply every 2 hours on the bottom of our feet, that we're diffusing in the air, and then of course as adults every 3 to 4 hours. So the most important thing that I can say is these oils only work as much as we do. So if we forget to take the lids off, the oils won't do what they're intended to do. They can't support our body. But when we take that lid off, when we put them on our feet, when we apply them over our chest and we diffuse them, we're letting them help our body in that natural way. Do not doubt what they can do, but remember that all of our bodies are completely different. So sometimes you have to play around with different oils, with different blends, and see what works best for you and your family. But I have no doubt that you will find the right combination that will be a blessing in your home like it has been in mine.